Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to the show. My name is DDare Bionic, if you did not know, and I am back with a good guy video. That was so bad. That was such a bad joke. I'm back to reviews, and I was not necessarily interested in the series, but I also was at the same time. I don't know. It's a weird juxtaposition that I've been living in with the series for a while. So I decided, or we decided, we had heard from a bunch of people that it was really good, and we decided to watch it. So as you can see from the title, we're reviewing Chucky Season 1 today. Before we get into that, I just want to remind you that my Kickstarter campaign for my Pandemonium music video is live now. We are currently sitting at 13% funded, and it would be so amazing if you would help me out. The link is in the description box below, and all the details are in videos that have been posted on this channel. I will link them also in the description box down below. Thank you all so much for your support, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get a notification every single time I post a video. I post at least once or twice a week. And let's get into the season 1 review of Chucky. Okay, so when they said that we're making a Chucky TV series, I was a little gooped and gagged because I was like, all right, we're still just reviving properties that don't need to be revived. Like, there are like 7 Chucky movies at this point, and most of them are very good. Like Child's Play 1, Child's Play 2. Actually, let me see. Child's Play series. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 movies at this point. Okay, so I've seen the first 5. Yeah, the first 5 movies. So Child's Play 1, 2, 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky. I've seen all of those. I love all 3 of them. All 5 of them. So good. The introduction of Jennifer Tilly to the series was probably the best thing they could have done. And then Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky I have not seen. Child's Play, the remake, garbage. Throw it away. Let me know if y'all want to see a review of that film, because I have some things to say about that movie. It was really fucking bad. The franchise has 8 movies, like I said, and they finally turned it into a TV series. The character of Chucky used to scare me so bad as a kid, because like the last thing you would hear was like his feet before you died. That, I don't know why, but that terrifies me. So I'm gonna try and surmise all of season 1 without going episode by episode. I'm just gonna kind of like give little important plot points for each episode and then kind of move along, because this video could get really long if I don't make it as short as I possibly can. So season 1, 10 out of 10. We were hooked from episode 1. We meet Jake. He's our main character, played by Zachary Arthur. Is that his name? Yeah, Zachary Arthur. We meet Devin, who will be one of our main characters, played by Björgvin Arnarsson. And we meet Lexi, who is Jake's bully, who turned like bestie towards the end of the series, or towards the end of the season. So episode 1, we see Jake find Chucky. Chucky, announces that he is alive. They do this talent show. We see this like budding relationship between Devin and Jake, even though Devin's mom wants him to stay away from Jake. But they're kind of becoming friends, and maybe more than friends, which is really, really cute, honestly, to see their relationship coming, blossoming the more it happens, obviously, through later seasons. So there's this talent show. Jake is like playing, or Devin is playing piano. Lexi comes on stage and she's like trying to insult him, and then Chucky's there, and they do this fake ventriloquist act with Jake and Chucky where he embarrasses the fuck out of Lexi and Junior and everybody in the audience. When he gets home, his dad, played by Devin Sawa, has found out. He's being mean to him. He's like, why can't you just be normal? Why are you playing with dolls? Da, 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 da. And Jake's like, you're just mad that I'm a F-word, F-slur. And, he punches him, and then Chucky kills his dad in a very gruesome killing. So now Jake is living with his cousin Junior and his parents. So again, Devon Sawa as Logan. Logan? Lucas. Luke? Which one? Logan. Logan. And Bree, his mom. And in this episode, we see what happens. Oh yeah, this is the episode where Chucky gives this lady an apple with a razor blade in it, and she's telling the detective, Rachel, Detective Evans, Devon's mom, about the kid that gave her the apple, and it's Chucky. Obviously, we know it's Chucky. Chucky meets Caroline, who is Lexi's little sister, and they bond. Lexi dresses up as Jake's dad and pretends to be being electrocuted at the Halloween party. And it's like, at this point, let that bitch die. Like, I have come to love Lexi, but at this point in the series, at episode 2, I was like, she could go and I would not be mad about it. So that's what happens. And now at the end of this episode, Chucky is like convincing Devon to kill Lexi. Because we don't know yet, but Chucky has this ultimate plot of he has to get a kid to kill somebody for his plot to come unfold. In episode 3, I Like to Be Hugged. Chucky finally gets Jake. He finally thinks he has him convinced. Jake is very easily influenced, I will say, in these first couple seasons. In season 3, he's a little bit stronger willed, but 1 and 2, whew, he was making me so mad with the decisions he was making. So Caroline has this outburst. She's like, I want Chucky back. I love him. He's my friend to the end. Lexi comes over, apologizes for what she did at the Halloween party, and Jake gives Chucky to Lexi because Chucky's going to kill him, but has a change of heart. Chucky finally gets his hands on Lexi. She's having this like silent disco party at the house. House burns down because she was smoking weed and Chucky was strangling her while she's smoking weed. So Chucky gets burnt the hell up. Okay, burnt the hell up. We also, I forgot to even mention that we are getting flashbacks throughout all of this to Charles Lee Ray's inception, why he kills, how he killed, who his first victims were, and the young actors that are playing Charles Lee Ray as he's growing up. Great, very great job. In episode 4, so this episode ends. Oliver, who was like not really a pivotal character, is killed. Chucky corners Lexi in her room. The flames are all around him, and the episode ends because we're like, did he kill her? Did he not kill her? What's going on? In this episode 4 is where the series takes a complete 180. Not in quality. The quality continues to be amazing, but in story, the house is burned down. Caroline, Lexi's little sister, is in the ICU. There's a bunch of other kids in the ICU. We find out Oliver is dead. We knew he was dead. He got stabbed the fuck up. But Lexi now knows that Chucky is real and that he is alive. And she also finds out that Jake basically sent Chucky to kill her. They go back to the house because she's like trying to tell her parents. He's like, you can't tell anybody. They won't believe you. She tries to tell her parents. They don't believe him, or they don't believe her. And so she's like, well, shit, now I'm stuck with this guy. So they make a pact. They go back to the burned mayor's mansion. They try to find Chucky. They do find Chucky. He's like, Lexi almost falls off this ledge. Jake's holding on to her. Chucky's like, let her go. I can kill her. We can do this. And Jake's like, no, I'm not like you. I'm not a killer. And he saves her life. And this is the beginning of their friendship. Now, Devon all this time has been in the hospital. His mom comes in. He's like, listen, Devon. She's like, I know I told you to stay away from him. I'm sorry we're trying to ruin your life. Da 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 da. Blah 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 blah. Or no, they haven't apologized yet. I think this is when she tells him that Oliver was killed, was stabbed. They suspect Jake, but then realize that Jake is not the villain at some point. I forget what exactly happens. We also see another police officer get killed because he goes back to the mansion to get Chucky, take him to Caroline. And he's eating up all Caroline's snacks and Chucky kills him. Moving on to Little Lies. Now this is where, I believe this is where Jennifer Tilly's character Tiffany officially enters the series. And man, let me tell you, they are doing such a great job of tying the films into the series and making it like making the universe complete. Like they're not leaving any plot holes, man. They are not they are not leaving anything to be desired. They are tying up every single teeny tiny loose end that they could possibly leave. No show is perfect, but this one is damn near close. Like it really is doing a great job. So in this episode, the character Nika Pierce, I have no relation to. I did not see the movie that she was in. But we find out that Chucky has kind of split himself into her body. Tiffany and Chucky, Nika, are killing people. Oh yeah, this is the one where they think they killed him. So like everybody's out of the hospital now. Devin, Jake, and Lexi all like throw out the old burnt up Chucky, and then they try to beat him up and kill him, but he has transferred himself into a new Chucky doll already, which we know how Chucky is. Oh yeah, this is the episode where they announce a curfew. So the mayor and Detective Evans announce a curfew. We find out that the principal has had her head chopped off and thrown into the audience. And at the end of this episode, it's revealed that Chucky is transferred into a different doll and not in the same burnt up doll that he was in. Episode 6, Cape Queer. Oh, this is when Kyle comes in. Kyle and Andy. Okay, so they bring back the original actors for Andy and Kyle. I will say the only person in the series who is a little stiff is Andy. It's pretty obvious that he hasn't been acting for a while. He gets better as the series goes on, but these first couple episodes is very paint by numbers, but still very exciting, and like how awesome that they got him to come back. I totally forgot to mention that in episode 1, Jake was trying to sell the Chucky doll. He was trying to sell Chucky, and this is before he found out that he was alive. And he got a call from a mysterious person. That person turned out, we find in episode 6, Cape Queer, that person was Andy. So they call him back. They're like, all right, we found Devin has done all this digging. He's like the researcher. He is the brains of the operation a lot of the times. He has done all this research, has found that Andy is the original kid that Chucky was trying to kill, and that he is like going around helping kill all these Chucky dolls. So they contact Andy. Andy and Kyle head to Hackensack. Andy ends up leaving Kyle at a gas station. This is also the episode where Tiffany finds out that Nika has been like switching back and forth between Chucky and Andy. Or not Chucky and Andy, Chucky and Nika. And like is trying to keep Nika out permanently because she's sick of Chucky, who wouldn't be. And then also this is the episode where Chucky kills Jake's mom. Jake's aunt, technically. Junior's mom. I can never remember his name. This is the episode where Chucky kills Junior's mom after her therapy session. Also, let's remember the therapist. Her name is Dr. What's her name? Dr. Zismore. Because she becomes important. Dr. Mixter, Rosemary Dunsmore. Dr. Mixter becomes important in later episodes or in later seasons. Kills her after her meeting right in front of Junior. And then goes on to kill, who else gets killed in this episode? Jake's mom, or Devin is back at home. They're still doing all this stuff. Devin's mom is like, remember there's a curfew. Are you going to stay in? And he's like, probably not. He also reveals to her that him and Jake are together because they have a little smooch. They have a little smooch. I believe it at the end of episode 5. Yes, it's at the end of episode 5. They have a little smooch at the end. So Devin tells his mom that he's with Jake, and she's like, I'm sorry that I ever tried to stop you from seeing him. He is a sweet kid. Maybe you can have him over. We'll have a movie night, all that stuff. It was very sweet, very beautiful. And then they head over to Junior's house where Jake is living to trap Chucky, and Devin's mom ended up getting killed. Chucky threw her ass down the stairs and snapped her neck like Death Becomes Her. Like, it was insane. So now Jake is an orphan and Devin is an orphan. They're both orphans now. Let's keep an orphan total. Episode 7, Twice Grieving, Double the Loss. The mayor has, through this whole thing, been trying to like big herself up on the safety of Hackensack, but like literally people are dying left and right. And nobody knows who's killing them or how they're dying. So she has this grand scheme to have Frankenstein, like have a big movie showing of Frankenstein, and to give all these good guy dolls from Jennifer Tilly, Tiffany Valentine, from her personal collection. And it's all these Chuckies. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so Chucky is now in the possession of Junior. Chucky convinces Junior to kill his dad. Is that this episode? Yes. Yes. Chucky convinces... Yeah. Okay, so this is the episode. I'm getting ahead of myself. Devin, before he leaves Hackensack, is like... Jake comes over. He's like, maybe I don't need to see you anymore. You're bad. Not you're bad news, but like we're bad for each other. Which is like, I wish I would just communicate. They have a really hard time communicating in these first 2 seasons. It drives me crazy. As somebody in a healthy relationship, I'm like, oh my God, please strip the teenage hormones away for a second, please. But so Devin is like, oh, I'm gonna go to the old Charles Lee Ray, the old Ray house. I'm gonna go to Charles Lee Ray's old house. He goes there, he finds Nika. He ends up but Nika is actually Chucky. So he ends up getting captured by Chucky. And they find Jake goes over to Nika or to Lexi's. They find out that Devin is at Chucky's old house, and Kyle shows up. So Kyle is there, and she ends up drugging them so that they don't go to the fight with her. While all this is happening, Chucky finally convinces Junior to kill his dad, Logan. Jennifer Tilly actually had showed up to his mom's funeral and kissed Logan. We never find out if there's actually a connection between the two, which I'm sure there's not. Actually, I think we do, but I don't remember what exactly happened. But basically, Tiffany went to the funeral, kissed Logan, and Junior thought that Logan was cheating on his mom the whole time. So he ends up beating Logan to death with Chucky. And Chucky's like, finally, I got you to do it. And then you see all this horde of Chucky dolls at the old Chucky house, at Chucky's old home, all come to life. So Chucky has like Voldemorted himself and split himself into all these Horcruxes of Chucky dolls that are going to be sent to children at hospitals around the world because of the mayor's fundraising event for children with illnesses. It's all crazy. So they go to this event. Also, while all this is happening, Andy arrives at Chucky's old house. Oh, that's the other thing. Jake was gonna run away, and while he was about to run away, he is at the bus station. He sees this guy with a good guy doll. He takes the good guy, he buys the good guy doll off of him, and that's when he goes to Tiffany's house. That's when he goes to Lexi's house and finds out that Lexi is or that Devin is at the old Chucky house. So that doll actually comes to life after Junior kills his dad and tries to kill them, but Kyle shoots it. And that's when Kyle shows up. That's how we get there. Okay, now I'm back. So after that, the horde of Chuckies are all packed away. Tiffany actually blows up the house. Tiffany is like sick of Chucky shit because like Chucky is talking to Chucky through Nika. Like Nika Chucky and Doll Chucky are talking together. Tiffany ends up cutting Doll Chucky's head off. Chucky tries to get Junior to kill her. It doesn't happen. And we find out that she has a doll. Tiffany plants a bomb. Tiffany plants the bomb in the basement. It goes off, and we think it kills Kyle and Andy, but it doesn't. And more on that later. At the end of the screening, Chucky is going around killing all these people. He kills Lexi's dad. All that's happening while Lexi, Junior, and Chucky are kind of having an altercation behind the screen, literally behind the Frankenstein screen. Junior is trying to convince Lexi to come with them. Chucky's like, you've always been a killer. You've always been a bitch. And Junior and Chucky end up killing each other. There are many Chucky dolls. So every time I say Chucky, just kind of imagine that it's a different Chucky doll, unless I say otherwise. So Junior and Chucky end up killing each other. Lexi's all upset, obviously, because Junior is now dead. That was her boyfriend. She is also down a parent. So she is not yet an orphan. But hold on to your hats, folks. At the end of all this, the good guy dolls are being packed away and taken away. We see Andy come out of I forget where he comes from, but he hijacks the truck. He drives the dolls off a cliff. It blows up. We think that Andy is dead and then all the dolls are gone. We still think that Kyle is dead. And the next day, Tiffany is revealed to have cut off Nika's limbs because she's like trying to keep, Chucky is still in Nika. So she's trying to keep Chucky from coming out, because when Nika is paralyzed, if you've seen the Cult of Chucky, you know that Nika is paralyzed. When Chucky is out, Nika can walk, or the body can walk. When Chucky's in, the body cannot walk, which is crazy. It's such a cool thing. Tiffany has completely dismembered her so that if Chucky does take over again, he can't get to her because there's no legs to walk. There's no arms. She cuts off her arms and her legs. It is a wild scene for sure. Jake, Devin, and Lexi are visiting the Wheelers' graves, and Chucky kind of recaps the whole season at the end of it. Now, Chucky is still alive. There is still a Chucky. There are so many Chuckies. Devin and Jake are both orphans now. And that's kind of where we start season 2. And I'll get into season 2 in the next video. I'll put out a video next week. Honestly, I'll put out 2 videos next week, season 2, and then the first half of season 3. But let me know down in the comments what you think of the Chucky series. I was kind of all over the place while going through this. It really and truly is, Chucky was made for TV. I think the Chucky movies are great, but I feel like Chucky is the most easily translated horror character to television, to screen. They could keep bringing Chucky back, and they do keep bringing him back in all these different waves, which, like I said, we'll get into in the further episodes. They keep bringing Chucky back in so many different ways, and every single one of them is convincing because it's Chucky. There's voodoo, there's Damballa, there's so much craziness that happens. Let me know down in the comments your favorite crazy moment from season 1. Mine absolutely has to be, honestly, it's got to be the season 1 closer where we find out that Tiffany has cut this girl's legs off and her arms off. And I keep thinking of that viral TikTok sound. Her arms were cut off. Her legs were cut off.
Her arms were cut off. Her legs were cut off. Her ears were cut off. Her tongue was cut off. Her nose was cut off. Her eyeballs were plucked out.
Cut off. Her tongue was cut out. Her head was cut off. Like, every time I see her, I think that. The acting is superb. The main characters, the 3 kids, Zachary, Bjorgvin, and Olivia, are doing a phenomenal job of holding their own as like our core 3. Every show kind of has a core 3, core 4, whatever. Great casting choices. Brad Dourif, obviously, as Chucky, iconic. The woman playing Nika is Brad Dourif's daughter, actually, and she does a really great, like, affected Chucky voice. Yeah, Devin Sawa is playing 2 characters that aren't necessarily super important in this particular season, but what I like about the series is that they're kind of doing like an almost anthology route where like characters who have been killed off in previous seasons come back as different characters. It's really great. So we'll see Devin Sawa again. Alex Vincent and Christina Elise as Kyle and Andy come back again. But really and truly, the series is just so good. It warms my heart, to see such great queer representation. Devin and Jake both being queer, and being in a relationship, and like their relationship is not perfect. Obviously, in their teenagers, they don't even know how to relationship, but it's great to see. It's great to see something so sweet happening in the middle of chaos, but also kind of like how they are coming to terms with their queerness and like their relationship, and how they're like, is this just a trauma bond or do we really love each other? And like how it grows throughout the seasons. It's great. Lexi also has a great character arc in the series. She kind of starts each season in a really bad place, except for season 3. Season 3, she starts in a great place. But seasons 1 and 2, she starts in a really bad place and has this great character arc. Right now, I think season 2 is my favorite season because it just is like crazy, but every season just gets better and better. Yeah, God, I love it so much. It's so good. Like, the action is great. The suspense is great. Chucky is funny. Chucky is hilarious. Chucky has always been hilarious, but he is at his peak. The writing is superb. Like, everything about the series, every single thing about it, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed, I'm obsessed, I'm obsessed. Somebody get me on season 4 if there's gonna be a season 4. I hope to God there's gonna be a season 4. Somebody hook me up with the right people. Tag me, tag them, get me on. I want to be killed by Chucky, okay? I need that to happen in my life. I've got the orange beard. I'm ready. I'm ready to be a Chucky. I'm ready to be Chucky. Somebody hook me up. That's all for this video. Like I said, I will be reviewing the next 2 seasons and videos to come. And maybe since there's only 4 episodes of season 3, I'll break that into a couple different videos. I don't know, we'll see what happens. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below so you get a notification every single time I post a video. That's twice a week. In the description box below, you will find the link to my Kickstarter campaign for my music video for Pandemonium. It would be a pleasure and honor and a treat if you would consider pledging or sharing with your friends and family. I appreciate you very much, and I will see you all in the next video. Love you, mean it. Bye. The series stars Zachary Arthur as Jake Wheeler. He's this kind of like weird queer kid who does these sculptures with dolls. Bjorkvin, I hope I'm saying that right, sir. Arnerson, what a name, as Devin Evans, and Olivia Allen Lind. I also hope I'm saying your name right, as Lexi Cross.